What's up, author?
I am an author. I'm an engaged author.
Look at that. Let me see this rock. How did it go? How did it feel?
It felt very good.
Felt,
it was on the Brooklyn Bridge.
Yeah.
Unbeknownst to us, it was Pride weekend. So luckily all of our engagements, photos have the rainbow in the back. So hey, love wins, right?
Yeah. I mean, so did you know it was coming? Was this, you guys been dating for how long about now?
A year and a half exactly.
Uh-huh.
So no, I didn't know it was coming on Saturday. I knew it was coming in the near future, but I had no idea under the Brooklyn Bridge. The bad part about it, though, that I was eaten alive by mosquitoes. So now I have some nice 6 giant welts of engagement mosquito bites, but it's worth it.
So how did you guys meet originally?
We met in a bar in Hermosa Beach.
No way.
We did, yeah.
The old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to meet that way now.
It absolutely is. But, at first I walked in and I saw him in a USC t-shirt, and that was just a no-go for me. When I saw USC, I'm like, nah, not for me.
Very cool.
But luckily it was his sister's college shirt. So.
Well, let me congratulate. It's a crazy week because you have the engagement, obviously the rock. Have you thought about the wedding at all yet, or are you kind of not there yet?
Not at all. No, we got to get through. Summer, and I got to make a couple trips back down to that border, do some more work before I.
AOC was just there. What do you think about that?
Well, listen, as somebody who's spent a considerable amount of time with our Border Patrol agents, the way that she's maligning them and demonizing them is so unfair. It's so disgusting. These are people that put their lives on the line every day, and a lot of them are working humanitarian jobs day in, day out. The way that she's talking about him is disgraceful. I
hear you. But I also want to talk about your book. This book. Tell me about this book. It's been a long time to make, and it's pretty interesting. Today's the day it comes out. Tell me about this book and what people are going to learn from it.
Well, what it first prompted me to write this book, of course, was the lawsuit that I went through, and it was a very public lawsuit, so I'm sure people are somewhat familiar with it. But that really spurred me to show people that you can stand up for yourself. That's what I did. I chose not to play dead, and you have to do that over and over again in every day of your life, especially being conservative. Now's not the time for us to fall back and play dead.
Well, you talk about I saw the JoJo story. Have you had that issues? Have you talked to her since the book? Has she read it? Has she reached out?
We're working on that relationship now, so I'm hopeful. But listen, I don't hold anything against her for that. Some people aren't as confident in their views, or some people aren't as confident with backlash. I understand it. I have a lot of friends who are my personal friends who don't want to be seen out with me because they just don't want the backlash. So I understand it. It's crappy. It doesn't feel good. But that's the day in the life of being a conservative on TV. It just happens.
Who's the biggest name that reached out to you that it's just like, they're interested in your views, they like you as a person, they share the same common values, but they kind of don't publicize? Because I feel like that's a lot of times happens to a lot of people. They don't want to verbally or express it, but there's some people that hit you in the DM say, hey, I just want to support what you're doing or anything like that?
You'd be shocked. And
really?
I won't out them because I don't want to cause them any backlash. But there are some very mainstream media people who are very conservative who would probably be X'd out of Hollywood if people knew. But there are a lot.
Really?
But you know what? My biggest thing for today is that Ivanka Trump congratulated me on my engagement, so that means
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool. And you have a good relationship. You were just with the Trump family. Weren't you just in D.C.? Or
no, I know. I haven't seen the Trump family in a little bit.
I thought I saw a photo. Let me ask you this, though. Democrats, there's a lot of Democratic candidates. Is there anyone that stands out that you think could actually beat Donald Trump?
Not a single one can beat Donald Trump. They stand out in that some of them are more ridiculous than others. But listen, Joe Biden was their best shot. He fumbled horribly in the debate. You can't build a platform based on free everything and open borders. It doesn't work that way. The math doesn't add up. They're trying to fool the American people. Donald Trump should feel very comfortable with where he is.
So it's pretty much a guarantee.
I don't like to say guarantee, but if things keep going like they're going and the Democrats don't switch course very quickly, I have no worries about Donald Trump.
So there's not one Democratic, is there one that you lean towards? Like, you know what, I actually like this person personally, or are their values at all, or is it just kind of
the only one that seems somewhat sort of moderate and he'll get eaten alive is John Delaney, but most people don't know who that is anyway. I also really liked the Marianne girl, only because I thought that they pulled her out of the audience to participate in the debate, and then I realized she was an actual candidate. So, it's more fun for me just to watch and commentate. But no, none of them are a threat. Again, they're all running on open borders and free things, so not much there for me.
Lastly, Nike took back their sneaker. They're not doing it.
You caught me right in the middle of tweeting about that.
What are your thoughts about this?
Hey, listen, let's understand this. Nike spokes crybaby, Colin Kapernick, is offended and oppressed by a shoe. Let that sink in. He's offended and oppressed by a shoe. There are so many people in this country and in this world that have so many bigger things to worry about, and he's sitting here throwing a fit and throwing a tantrum about a shoe. He's a disgraced, washed-up quarterback. He's a disgrace to this country. And the biggest thing that he can tout in his entire career is that he single-handedly divided this country in the sports world. So if that's his biggest accolade, I really feel badly for him. But again, Nike's making a big mistake.
Yeah, are you surprised with what they're doing? Just does he have that strong enough voice that they should take back a sneaker? Are you surprised at what they would do?
I'm not surprised because they endorsed him wholeheartedly. They made him their spokesbaby, was what I call him. So it's disappointing, but I know a lot of Americans, if they didn't before, they're done with Nike.
I love it.
There's
Well,
so many
listen,
other brands.
You're doing great. Congratulations on the book.
Thank you.
I think you speak your mind. I think people have to respect that at some point.
Well, thank
so
you.
I wish you nothing but the best. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it.